The school is not about the building, but about all of those who have loved it and worked hard to make it what it is today.
We're celebrating 100 years of human potential, and more specifically, women potential. From the many opportunities provided, whether academic, cultural, sporting, or service, the school has always been a top-class institution. But probably more than that, I remember the care and empathy shown to friends and peers.
Since 1920, GHS has pushed boundaries in the name of relevant and excellent education for girls. Yet the values and vision, which form the ethos and soul of our wonderful school, have remained unchanged.
Grit, determination, humility, honesty, courage, respect.
It's an absolute pleasure for me to wish our amazing school a 100th birthday, a centenary. By any yardstick, 100 years is an incredible achievement. Happy birthday, Girls High, and here's to the next 100 years. I think for me the word reset, if you look at an appliance, means that we need to put the reset button to bring us back to the focus and to make it nice and crisp and clear again.
I think when one considers reset, one has to look at the current climate, one has to look at the future, and one can never be content with what one has established in the past, presuming that it will last through change.
Reset in the GHS context is the idea that we cannot be static, we cannot be stationary. We've got to reset our goals.
I think we can break the year 2020 down further into before Corona and during Corona. What it means to be head girl in the beginning was being passionate, being diligent, and being understanding of everyone and everything. However, now it is to be open to the intense debates that you have with your peers about a better world, the strength to speak up for what you believe in, the resilience to carry on, and to take the time to deeply understand someone and be willing to grow. In the future, I hope to see GHS continue in its goal to create an environment that's safe and comfortable for all learners, to be a school that excites everyone and inspires creativity and the love to live.
Being a leader for me has been about serving our school community and most importantly, the girls. It's always been about putting their well-being in front of mine and making sure they have the most wonderful high school experience. I just hope for our school to become a symbol in our community. I think it's so important for a school as amazing as this one to show other girls' schools that we can conquer our challenges.
Being a leader gives you a platform to be a voice for those who are afraid to speak. I would like to see GHS move forward with a pivotal mindset, where we remember and celebrate the ways which have made GHS such an excellent school, but also be able to not cling on to the ways of the past, as every generation that comes into GHS is different. We should embrace difference, embrace change.
I think we do need to acknowledge when you're a school 100 years old, there are people in our school that have come from contexts that are so different to the one I grew up in. I think we need to bring all that together to make something greater.
I think we're always building. I think that, Girls High, when you look back to the past, it was a tiny little school. We live in our society and we have to build a school which is relevant to that society. We can't be exclusive in any way.
My name's Mano Naidu. I started here in the late 1970s. I've been here over 40 years, so I've been here like forever. I was employed here as a lab technician. I came here, I was very young. Just two of us were the Indian ladies amongst the staff, because at that time it was the laws of the country and the school had to follow those laws. We tried as much as possible to fit in. When we had our first Diwali assembly, it was such an experience because this is my culture and it was being showcased in the school for the first time.
Reconnect has such wide connotations because everyone exists within the period that they were attending GHS, and people tend to imagine that it was the best then.
Especially in a year like this, it gives the reminder of the place that they attended. It certainly brings them to a common sense of the great school, the history, and that they played some small part in that history.
Congratulations on your centenary, GHS. I know that you will continue to do us very proud in your next 100 years and longer. Wishing you well, as always. I'm Alia Ismail, GHS Matric 2003 in Doha, Qatar.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has broken like the first bird. Those were the days in GHS we used to sing in the choir with Mrs. Philremark. Happy birthday, GHS!
From east to west, Girls High is the best. That's my fond memory of Girls High. This is Nonditogo Mashimane, year 2000.
I would love to see a sisterhood that is dynamic, diversified, and courageous. A sisterhood that is compassionate and proactive, always inclusive. A sisterhood where everyone belongs and whose voices are heard. A sisterhood who lead with heart, and a sisterhood of peacemakers. To the class of 2120, make us proud.
The future, the past, it's all part of what makes Girls High what it is. This might be our past, it's not going to be our future, but I hope that the two things can meet and people can recognize the value.
I'm an old girl, as you can see. I matriculed in 1959. 60 years ago. We were a small school. We were in a small part of what is today's school. I was a day scholar, and all of us day scholars used to ride to school on our bicycles from all over Scottsville in a little group. I was very proud of being a GHS girl because we had such a reputation in town of being the school to go to. What we learned there, we have never forgotten.
This is Norma Hugo speaking. I just want to wish Pietermaritzburg Girls High School a very happy 100th birthday with all my love.
It's got a huge soul, it's got a big heart, lots of laughter. The motto, cheerfulness of the industry, boy, we live it every day. Make no mistake, we work hard, but we also have a lot of fun.
If the walls of GHS could talk, they would tell a million stories.
Knowing that there's been 100 years worth of girls really just inspires me to do so much more and work harder.
I look up to them and I aspire to be as amazing, and I think it's so wonderful that I have the privilege to be at the same school that they were.
With the school as diverse as GHS, it's very easy to find your niche. I'd encourage all future learners to engage and find their niche, and from then on, excel.
To those still attending our great school, and to those who will grace the corridors in the next 100 years, I urge you to embrace the strengths that GHS offers and work for change in a productive way where you see weaknesses. On your shoulders is the responsibility to take GHS to new heights. And in doing so, you will influence the future of those who come after you. Give in whatever way you can to a society which desperately needs role models. Never forget your uniqueness and your strength. If anything, the COVID-19 pandemic has made us more aware than ever that we need givers rather than takers, compassion rather than criticism, service rather than greed and self-centeredness, support rather than judgment, if we hope for a better world.
My blood will always be green. Happy, happy birthday, GHS.